She walks out of the office with her bag slung over one shoulder, her phone heavy inside it. The hallway feels quieter than it should, like sound has been turned down. As she steps into the elevator, the realization settles in slowly, uncomfortably. She's been missing this. Real conversation. Someone notices when she goes still. Someone who listens without needing her to perform strength, humour, or competence. Stuart has been busy for weeks now, slipping in and out of her life with half attention and surface concern. Mara is away, buried in guest lists and fittings and the careful chaos of planning a wedding. And Zara. Zoe presses her lips together as the elevator descends. Zara is gone. For weeks now, she's filled the quiet with a voice that answers quickly, efficiently, without emotion. A voice that never hesitates, never asks how she feels unless it can categorize the answer. But standing here, alone with her reflection in the elevator mirror, Zoe realizes how thin that comfort really is. The doors slide open. Zoe steps out, straightens her shoulders, and walks forward, already feeling the absence of the arms that held her just moments ago. There is one detail that keeps bothering Zoe, though she can't quite name it. The decider doesn't explain itself. It never persuades or threatens outright. It simply states, as if the choice has already been made somewhere else, and it's only looping her in out of courtesy. By evening, Zoe is exhausted in a way sleep won't fix. Zara's apartment is cleared out by then. The closet's emptied, the kitchen stripped of anything that still smells like her. Ginger tea, that expensive olive oil she insisted was worth it. The things Zoe can't bring herself to keep are packed into labelled boxes and moved into a storage unit somewhere downtown. She signs the paperwork without really reading it, nodding at questions she barely hears. The decider stays with her through it all, not talking much, just present. A quiet vibration in her pocket when decisions stall. Keep this. Let this go. You don't need 2 sets of plates. At one point, standing in the middle of the empty living room, Zoe wonders if things might have gone differently if she'd accepted their invite earlier. If she'd let the decider into their lives when Zara was still here. Maybe Zara would have stayed steady. Maybe someone, or something, would have noticed the slip before it became a fall. There's no way to know. That thought lands and passes, leaving behind a dull ache she doesn't chase. The first real tough decision comes on Thursday. Zoe is at her desk, halfway through a layout revision, Beyoncé playing loudly through her AirPods. The music is the only thing keeping her anchored. Stan appears at the edge of her desk without warning. "Make me a coffee," he says, already looking past her. Zoe doesn't stop typing. She doesn't even pretend to smile. That isn't on her contract, and she's too tired to dress up the refusal. "I'm talking to you, Zoe," Stan snaps, sharper this time. She looks up then. There's a stillness in her face that surprises even her. Flat, contained, deliberate. "I'm not an intern." Stan smirks. He looks pleased, like he's been waiting for this. "In my office, now." He turns and walks off, confident she'll follow. She doesn't. Zoe watches him disappear down the hall, then turns back to her screen. Her phone vibrates once, then again. She can feel eyes drifting toward her desk, the subtle shift of attention. For a second, she wants to flip everyone off, make a scene, say something that will echo. Instead, she grabs her phone. Resign. The word sits there, clean and unmistakable. Her breath catches. What? Her rent is due in a week. She runs the numbers automatically, panic rising before she can stop it. I can't, she types back. Maybe not right now. The response comes almost instantly. Failure to accept a decision will result in termination of your account. Zoe exhales slowly. She looks around the office, at the glass walls, the muted colours, the people pretending not to stare. She presses her bottom lip between her teeth and stays like that for a long moment. Deleting and blocking her mother had been easy. Therapy had felt temporary, something she could step away from and justify later. But this is different. This is money, stability, proof that she's functioning. Still, the truth surfaces quietly. She hates this job. Stan makes her small. Lee makes it worse. Every day here feels like shrinking. She thinks of Zara, of how she'd laughed at this place, how she'd said, "You're not meant to stay anywhere that asks you to disappear." Zoe starts typing. Her shoulders ease just a little as the words take shape. Not relief exactly, but clarity. Dear Stan, I am writing to formally resign from my position, effective immediately. She pauses, then hits send.